Hey, shalom everyone. This is Rabbi Yehudah ben Shomeyr, coming out of my sabbatical cave once again. I'm going to come out when I feel it's needed and when it's relevant, but technically I'm still on sabbatical. But I decided to come out every now and again just to kind of share thoughts from the cave, if you will. And I was inspired to write this poem, and it's about family. And I know when you're talking about family and religion, sometimes it's like oil and water and it doesn't mix. And sometimes when you depart from the religion or faith of your family, it can cause a lot of strife and a lot of heartache. I get emails all the time about it. But when you boil it down, family's family. You can choose your friends, but you can't really choose your family, flesh and blood wise. And even though they may not agree with you religiously, there is a happy medium. There is a balance that can be struck. There is civil relations that can go on. A lot of times when people convert to a new faith that's outside of that of their family, they go to the extreme, and they're full of zeal and full of well-meaning and well-intentions, but in this zeal that they're burning in, they end up ostracizing their family. Their family doesn't understand. They're scared. They're worried. They feel betrayed. They just don't understand what's going on, and unwittingly, these fervent converts to another faith other than that of their family, they push their family away, and they end up making enemies unnecessarily. I done it. And I'm just getting to the point in my life where a lot of my family's starting to come back around, and we're starting to, understand each other again and just focus on the mutual ground that we share rather than focus on our differences. And after they see that I've lived the Torah-obedient, observant life, trying my best to walk in Yeshua's footsteps, they may not totally get it, they may not totally understand it, they may never convert, whatever. But at least they know I'm sincere, and at least I've gained back maybe a smidgen of respect because they've seen my consistency. And after my zeal has burned and I realized what an idiot I was in the middle of this zeal, I've kind of come back down to reality and have become more grounded and have been able to have a better relationship with my family. But I understand that spiritual family, I don't want any emails, I don't want any messages about, oh, your spiritual family is more important, blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe so. You know what? But guess what? I still need my biological family. I still love my mom. I still love my dad. I still love my brothers and sisters. I still love my nephews and nieces, my aunts and uncles. And even though we're not of the same faith, so what? I still love them. We share a history together. We share years together. There's a bond that's with a biological family that's not necessarily with any other family. And yes, I understand that sometimes your spiritual family does take precedence, and sometimes your spiritual family is there when your physical family is not. I get it. I understand it, okay? We don't need to rehash that, and I don't need to hear messages about it. I get it. I understand it. I have a great spiritual family as well, and I love them, and I'm close to them, and I share things with them, and sometimes they're there for me, because they can be, because they get me, they understand me. And sometimes my biological family can't be there for me because they don't get me and they don't understand me because of the faith that I've chosen and the lifestyle that I've chosen. Doesn't mean that they hate me, doesn't mean that they don't love me anymore. Sometimes we rub each other the wrong way, but you know what? You just got to learn not to push people's buttons and not to pick a fight. Choose which hill you want to die on, as the saying goes. But I just wanted to share with you this poem. And the reason I wrote it is because 3 years ago my father passed away, and all my dad's brothers and sisters and my mom's brothers and sisters are slowly passing away. And these were great men and women that I loved, that I idolized, that I looked up to. Slowly they're dying off. And I look at me and I look at my cousins, and I just see that we are a poor carbon copy of what they were. They were real men and women. They knew what suffering was. They knew what it was to be in want. They knew what it was to have plenty. They were old. They were wise. We can't get those stories back anymore. The stories that we didn't ask for and the stories that they didn't tell us or or chose not to tell us, we can't get anymore. That's a part of history that's forever, ever lost. And I love my aunts and uncles, and I've lost several close ones here within the last couple years. And it inspired me to write this poem. So, without any further blah blah, here goes. It's called They Were, and this is a tribute to the patriarchs and matriarchs of our respective families. They were the glue. They were the coagulant. They were the bond. They were the adhesive. They were the hub of gravitational centrifuge. They were the captain of a crew on choppy waters. They have dissolved, disintegrated, and dispersed. And we were flung as stars across the heavens, as mud from a halted spinning wheel. We spin and we fly away from one another like soap dispersing oil upon water. We drift and ebb away from each other like the rippling tide of a stone that breaks the surface of the deep. The memories of our revolutions together around the patriarchal and matriarchal nuclei are but a series of faded photographs, memories frozen in time, fading like a dream. We have damned ourselves to solitude and obscurity, going our separate ways, like the droplets which disperse from the watery crown of that which the stone broke the water. We did not implode and fix another to be a familial nuclei. We respected them, not ourselves, and thus we have no one to take their place. As a result, we are as those who have separated from the pride, from the pack, and we're as aimless rogues, damned to die a slow suicide. Their deaths has caused a hole, but why not a black hole that would draw us closer together once again? Revolving around memories is better than being aimlessly adrift to nobody or no one or no thing. They were the glue. They were the coagulant. They were the bond. They were the adhesive. They were the hub of gravitational centrifuge.